What if you want to export a story? That is, all the text inside of a frame, or a bunch of text frames that are threaded together. The trick is to place the text cursor inside that frame before you choose Export from the File menu. I'll double-click on this text frame, and you can see the text cursor flashing in there. You don't want to select the text in there, or else you'll only be exporting what you select. If you want to get all the text, then make sure it's flashing. Now, we'll export this by going to the File menu and choosing Export. I have two different options for exporting my text, and I'll choose them from the Format pop-up menu. The first is Text Only. This is a great way to get your text with no formatting at all. It just strips out all the fonts and size and all of that. You just get text. Rich Text Format, otherwise known as RTF, is a format that many word processors know how to read. So you can export an RTF file and then open it in Microsoft Word. Now there's actually one other text formatting option here, all the way at the very top. Adobe InDesign Tagged Text. Tagged text is a good format, but only InDesign can read it. This might be useful if you're trying to export text out of one InDesign file and then import it into a different InDesign file. Tagged text always remembers all formatting. It actually remembers far more than RTF because it remembers everything that InDesign knows how to format. All the special text formatting that programs like Microsoft Word don't know how to deal with. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and export this as an RTF file. It's as simple as choosing Rich Text Format from this pop-up menu and then click to save. Now remember, only the story in which my cursor is flashing is going to be exported. There are times that you want to export all the stories from your document, and in order to do that, you need to use a special InDesign script. What I'm going to do is go to the Window menu, come all the way down to Utilities, and then choose Scripts. That opens the Scripts panel, and inside this Scripts panel are all the scripts that ship with InDesign. I'm going to look inside this Application folder by clicking this little triangle, and then I'm going to click on Samples, and then I'm going to open JavaScript. Now this folder is full of all kinds of goodies, but I'm just going to focus on one, called Export All Stories. It's really easy to run a script. All you have to do is double-click on it. I'll double-click on it, and it'll ask me which of these three formats do you want to export as. Maybe you want to get everything out as text only. Okay, that's fine. I'll click OK, and InDesign asks me where I want to save them. It's going to save every story in my document, every article, every caption, every running head, everything out as a separate text file. So I'd better put that into a new folder. I'll just call it Exported Text. Then I'll click Open, and now it went through the entire document in a blink and exported all those stories out to the folder. This script is very efficient, but it does not give you much control. So I want to point out that if you need a lot of control, if you had to export documents a lot, I'd recommend looking at a plugin, an InDesign plugin called Rorohiko Text Exporter. And you can find that at rorohiko.com/textexporter. Text Exporter is an awesome plugin that'll help you export all your stories with a lot of control. Now, of course, while all of these techniques and file formats have their pros and cons, sometimes the best and fastest way to get some text out of InDesign is just the simplest. Copy it and paste it into another program.